So we've seen a trend recently with companies investing more and more in creating engaging experiences and environments for their customers and employees. What this really comes down to is customer acquisition and the war for talent. We know the cost of recruiting, turnover, and customer acquisition is extremely high to a company. So a determining factor for bringing on new talent and customers is the impact of stories that are told in that surrounding environment. There's a tremendous amount of things to think about. It can be a really complicated and overwhelming process, but really for us, we boil it down to 3 key things that make maximum impact for you. Number 1, iconic placemaking. Iconic placemaking is really about creating the physical embodiment of your brand within a space. It can be about your culture, it can be what you stand for, and it's really thinking about how will your brand be represented within your space. When your customer walks through the door or a new recruit comes to your facility, this iconic moment is the first thing they will see, and this is how they will understand what your company is all about in that one big, awesome moment. Number 2, technology. Technology has truly become an expectation within any corporate experience, but we never want to put technology in a space just for the sake of technology. We want it to serve an intentional purpose to tell your story. So what are we really talking about in terms of technology? We know that there's a big spectrum, so it could be as simple as a touchscreen kiosk in a lobby that allows visitors to choose their own adventure and dive deeper into the topics that are applicable to them. Or it could be a giant wall filled with LED screens that creates artwork on demand. So you can talk about the history, you can talk about your innovation, and you can really unroll a deep story, but within a very compact amount of space. And you can do it in a way that's measurable and intentional in a way that you can't do with printed graphics. Number 3, authenticity. In theory, this can be quite difficult, but if you get back to the point of authenticity, it really just is as simple as walking the walk and being true to yourself. Are your customers and employees being heard in ways that are important to them and their needs? Is your culture being represented in its truest form? Is the story of your product or service being communicated in a way that showcases the human impact of your business? When experience design rings true, the environment aligns with that authentic message of how your company is impacting your employees, your customers, and your community. So these are 3 key things that we focus on. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to telling your story and ensuring you're staying competitive in your marketplace.